Alright friends, let's continue with the loyalty, satisfaction and trust in e-commerce. We are working on the chapter number 6, marketing and advertisement. Trust in electronic commerce, as I explained, the kind of trust that I had developed with Markup VIP just because of the responsiveness. So you need to keep those things in your mind when you're working on your electronic commerce project or any kind of business plan that you have. The psychological status of willingness to depend on another person or organization, that is known as trust. What can you do to build that kind of trust? Electronic commerce trust models. Number one, okay, in an electronic commerce environment, you have multiple trust models. Okay, the first one is online trust, the belief that an online website or other digital entities can deliver what they promise so that the recipient trusts on them. Okay, I have a site here. Let me show you what they say. Okay, it's called Cloud Access. Okay, cloudaccess.net. Okay, and what they do is they say that they have insane support. Okay, and alright, this is what they build your website today with powerful and easy to use tools, support and tutorials. Okay, their motto about, okay, this is what they are. The cloudaccess.net platform is built and optimized for Joomla hosting, and these are their hosting plans. This is a website hosting organization. By the way, if you are interested, you can join them. If you want to build your own website with these guys, this is a very good idea. Cloudaccess.net. Okay, I'm just showing you the address all over again, and they have amazing support. Just watch me, look at me, how I am trying to, I'm not marketing for them. I'm just a client of theirs. What I do is I create websites, and then I create websites using their hosting services. So they host my website, they do every kind of, this website here, UAE National Games. This is the website hosted by these guys, cloudaccess.net. Okay, and what I do is I build website, and they help me with the payment gateway, secure service layer, and many other facilities, themes, and everything that I want. If I want to change something, upgrade something, they'll do it for me. Okay, so this is the site that I use, and this is hosted by Cloud Access. Okay, my point here is I've never seen them, I've never met them, and I know some of their support people are located in USA, some in India. Okay, and they say their motto is that they provide insane support. That's what they say, insane support. Submit a support ticket. Let me show you. Okay, and you have to be logged in for that. Let me try to log in. Okay, alright, I'm not going to worry about the login details right now. Let me just go back to the Cloud Access panel, and let me show you. They say that they provide insane support, and what they do is whenever I try to write a ticket to them, they will respond within 2 hours. They promise that. Every single time I have an issue, I ask them. This is what they say: our support system team consists of Joomla and WordPress experts, which is true. Submit a support ticket or call us 24/7. And there is nothing that they cannot solve. I mean, I've seen that I've had a variety of issues. My team has had variety of issues. We just panic and we send them a message, and they are immediately able to solve it. And slowly, as an organization, we started to relax. Without an expert, without a Joomla expert in our organization, we started to relax that we know if we have any issues, these people will solve it for us. They helped minimize the need for an extra person in our organization. How cool is that? This is the real meaning of developing online trust with the customer. We do not need a Joomla expert in our company because we know we have an awesome support system here. So this is what it means when you want to have this kind of trust, online trust. How to increase trust in electronic commerce. Now, by the way, I am going to use this this feature, online trust and scrumptious indulgence, and put your learning to practice. And this is one of the points, and I want to make a change. And this is an excellent chapter to implement on the electronic commerce website that I'm building side by side with this course videos. So, how to increase trust in electronic commerce? Improve your website. Number one. Remember the previous video I showed you the diagram. You need to have a quality website, quality support system, and all the technology, everything, has to be top notch, top quality. We showed the example of Alibaba.com. So look at all the features that they have and try to incorporate them in your own website. That's called benchmarking. Okay, so improve your website. That's a very vague and general term. I have given you specific examples with the aid of the website. Improve your website. Affiliate with an objective third party. What does that mean? Do some kind of an advertisement for a third party. Okay, a third party could be anything. For scrumptious indulgence, I could do advertisement for a grocery store. Makes complete sense. They are not my competitors, and in order to do classes or implement their own cooking creations or baking creations at home, they may need to go to a grocery store. So just or a bake supply store. Okay, not the ones that sells the cake design tools. No, they are my competitors if there is any in the town. Okay, by the way, I don't have any cake supply store anywhere close to my vicinity. I did the research, which is why I'm opening the online store. If there is one within the vicinity, I would be comparing with the prices. I would be competing with the prices. Okay, so there's none. The other thing is, apart from not having any shop around by, I need the flour, sugar, fondant, color, and all of these supplies. So any store supplying these, I could do a marketing for them. And this store has to be famous. It has to be a brick and mortar company. Okay, which is better because then you know that this is a local online store and it is affiliated with a local physical store. Okay, can you see the trust developing here? People will know that this is not a fake site. We can ask about them from the one that's a physical store. We can go to the physical store and ask about them. Establish trustworthiness. How do you do that? You are in touch. You talk. You are always in constant touch with each other. Okay? And then we have other methods for facilitating trust. Reputation-based systems. Okay, systems used to establish trust among members of online communities where parties with no prior of each other use the feedback from their peers to assess the trustworthiness of the peers in the community. Reputation-based systems. I just showed you an example of cloudaccess.net. Okay, I had a colleague, I actually had a friend in my social circle who recommended cloudaccess.net. Okay, and this person said that cloudaccess.net, if this is the first time you're doing Joomla or WordPress, just go with them. They are not very expensive and they will do an amazing amount of support, because if you're not a very technical person, that's what this person was, not very technical. If not a very technical person, these people have you covered. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge of programming and all of these things. Of course, I have the knowledge of programming. I know how these things work. But I also know that I have a lot of workload. I have other responsibilities of researching and business plan and business development and everything. So I cannot do the programming and the technical aspect of my job. So I do know how to do this, but I don't have the time. So because of those reasons, I went with cloudaccess.net. And before going to cloudaccess.net, I did my research. How? I went to the support systems. I went to the online support page and I saw the times and I saw the timing with which the responses were made by the cloud access experts. There was a general community going on, and what they did was they were asking questions, all kinds of questions, and they were getting all kinds of support, and I could see all kinds of emoticons. You know those emojis, those smiley faces and the thumbs up, and I could see a lot of emotional stuff going on, and all positive. And I liked the entire ambience in that online community. And I was like, yes, I want to be a part of this. And I signed up, and there goes, I'm talking about it today. 4 years later, I'm still talking about it. Cloudaccess.net. And they have been amazing to me. So what is this? This is reputation-based systems. Any one of you who's listening, and by the end of this course they would like to work on with cloudaccess.net to create their own e-commerce website, not wix.com. I mean, I haven't spoken a lot about wix.com support system. I mean, they do support and everything, but not like cloudaccess.net. There you go. Okay, this is an honest consumer opinion. So think about how you can develop this kind of reputation as an electronic commerce business. Okay, usually when we go in the store, the stores that we really like are the ones in which we have all smiley faces. People are smiling at us. Hello, how do you do? Please come, and how's everything? And if they want to take a step further, they would go out of their way to help you find things. Okay, they would make sure you're fine. And if there's a baby or something, they would make a comment on the baby, and stuff like that. They try to build trust with you by building a communication, a relationship with you. So this is called reputation-based systems. You build a reputation for being a trustworthy business. Online word of mouth, this is essentially what I'm doing right now with cloudaccess.net. What am I doing? I'm spreading the word of mouth. By word of mouth, I caught them. By word of mouth, I want to build their business. So good word of mouth. Mass marketing, market segmentation, relationship marketing. From mass marketing to one-to-one marketing. Okay, mass marketing and advertising and market segmentation. These terms are very, very important in this chapter. Let's look at them briefly, and then I will go into detail in the next video. The process of dividing a consumer market into logical groups for conducting marketing research and analyzing personal information. When I was doing the learning objectives for this chapter in the beginning, I remember I explained that market segmentation is breaking down your market into segments of customers according to their similar characteristics. Okay, for example, if you have a bag of balls, a lot of different multicolored balls, how would you segment them? You would make a group of yellow balls, red balls, blue balls, green balls, right? That's called segmentation of the basket. Okay, think of the same thing as the population, the market of the community people around you who you will be serving as a business. Think of them as a mixed color balls. How would you segment them? You would segment them according to similar capabilities, characteristics, background, socioeconomic status, attitudes, behaviors, educational status, you name it. We talked about it in the beginning, in the table, when we were talking about the buying process, decision buying process, the consumer characteristics, the ones that we did not have control on. Okay, so market segmentation is dividing your market, not the market, your market that you're catering according to specific groups. Relationship marketing is the marketing method that focuses on building a long-term relationship with customers. This is what's hot right now. Relationship marketing. Okay, relationship marketing is all about building a strong relationship with the customer, following up, providing feedback, asking for opinion, providing opinion, giving extra services, giving extra perks. All of these are relationship marketing. Okay, I can give you an example. I'll do that in the next video. Let me just complete this. And then you have one-to-one marketing. Marketing that treats each customer in a unique way. Okay, marketing that treats each customer in a unique way. What does that mean? This means that you understand the unique nature of each individual that you're serving, and you will not apply one generic rule to all of your customers. You will group your customers intelligently, okay, based on cookies or whatever software you're using. You will create profiles of these customers: A list, B list, C list, D list, E list, and then you will devise ways of talking with them. Okay, how to capture their business, capture their attention, capture their loyalty, have them come to you and not go anywhere else. Okay, if they have individual needs, ask for them. So with this, I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to continue again with relationship marketing and one-to-one marketing. We have to examine this more closely with more examples. Okay, see you shortly. Take care.